At 13 years old in 1842, a young man by the name of William, his life changed. His father, this is him, don't put the other picture up yet. His father lost his job at age 13. And young William here, would be younger than he was there, of course, wondered what was going to happen in his life because his father had a reasonable amount of money and he was going to go to school and get educated and get a decent job, but he lost his job. He started building homes for a little while, his father did, but that didn't last very long, and soon he went out of business. He had no money. So young William got a job as an apprentice in a pawnbroker's shop. His father died bankrupt. Almost his last words to William were, "Make money, William, make money." William moved to London, England, and he got a job in another pawnbroker's shop, this time working full-time there. It was a pawnbroker's shop in the poorest part of London in England, and people came to him to sell their goods. And so he got a different kind of education than what he was expecting. The education that he got was an education about the poor. And so he had only been there 3 years, and William decided that he was going to go into the ministry, and he was going to minister to the poor. And so he did. He went to school, and he became a Methodist minister, preaching to the poor, preaching to those who were homeless and had nothing. His first converts were the prostitutes and the thieves and the vagabonds and all those kind of people. But he was not well liked by the church. In fact, they hated him. The saloon owners hated him even more because people were getting saved that used to be drunkards. But William carried on. His wife, Catherine, said he would stumble home night after night, haggard with fatigue. Often his clothes were torn and bloody. Bandages swathed his head where a stone had struck him. And this was the Christians that were getting on his case. In 1874, he had more than 1,000 volunteers working with him and 42 full-time evangelists. And he named his organization the Salvation Army. William Booth never retaliated to those that caused him harm. He walked with an attitude of forgiveness towards them, because he wanted the world in which he lived to know that he was a follower of Jesus Christ. And he lived by the words of Christ, who says, "By this will all men know that you are my disciples, that you love one another." And so despite the fact that even Lord Shaftesbury, who was one of the pillars of the church, reviled him and set up his own skeleton army, as he called it, to try and destroy the Salvation Army, even though he did that, he chose to love them and forgive them. The last time that he spoke, he wrote this, or he said this: "While women weep as they do, I'll fight. While little children go hungry as they do now, I'll fight. While men go to prison in and out, I'll fight. While there is a drunkard left, while there is a poor lost girl on the streets, while there remains one dark soul without the light of God, I will fight to the end to bring the love of God to all mankind. And they will know that we are Christians by our love."